Do we have sound? Do we have sound?
We have sound.
Oh, we have sound, my friend.
We have sound. We have sound.
Oh, we have sound, my friend. Time out, time out. Hold on. This is what happens when you're an army of one, guys. An army of one, baby. Oh, yeah. All right. No, that's wrong. I don't want you guys to see behind the TV. Hey, guys, shoot, we got a minute. We got a minute. Right now, Facebook is going to be unveiling the Mercury announcement. So let's go ahead and see if we can... Actually, you guys are going to see it first because I got to go ahead and... Facebook. Let's see, guys. There's a big announcement right now that's going to be happening. Let me go get in here. Let's see what they're announcing, guys. Let's see what the hoopla's about. Welcome to the chit chat. My name is Alfred Montaner, guys. If you guys, oh my God, stop, bro. Go get away from me. I have to lower the audio here, guys. Long story short, Mercury's announcing a big announcement. So supposedly one of their biggest announcements. So we're gonna go ahead and see what the hoopla's about. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Hold on. Mercury and big announcement. It's at 11, right? 11, yeah, 11. Interesting. Where is this thing at? There it is. Oh, V12 600. Guys, 600 horsepower. Oh boy. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Hold on. See if there's any audio on this.
Hold on. See if there's any audio on this.
That's it? There's no video with this? Alright. What? Wow. 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 600 horsepower, guys. God, that's sick. I will definitely get some details on it. Let me see who's in the chat. Oh my God, 600 horsepower. Dude, are you guys even ready for 600 horsepower? Who's in the chat? Hey guys, hold on a second. Wow, you know this tells me like 600 horsepower tells me boats like Gulfstream, the Estrella from HCB, the Midnight 60. Oh my goodness, this is gonna change the game on a lot of big boy fishing center consoles, like what I call monster center consoles. 6x6, 3,600 horsepower. You can have off of the back of a Sigrid Tirana. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. Where will this end? Who knows? 600 horsepower, guys. Let me see who's in the chat. Hold on, guys. Let me listen up to the chat. I love a 22 footer with a 600. I think that'll work, right? 600 horsepower on a 22 footer. Who do we got here? We got Teresa in the house. We got Penny Ripple in the house. James, Chris Williams. What up, baby? What up? Big announcement, guys. That was huge. I want to know your comment. Comment below, and if you're watching the restream, comment what you really think about this. I kind of give you guys a tip. I tipped you guys off on my Instagram that it was going to probably be a 600 or an electric. So I had to keep it kind of vague. But remember, if you tell me something, it's not snitching. You're just leaking, information. So I've known about this for a while. I didn't want to go ahead and give it out. But yeah, that's crazy, guys. So think about that. Gulfstreams, any boat that's over, 45, 46 feet can now put that on there. The sport fish market is going to be interesting because now you're going to have even more of an advantage as far as time. When people of that caliber that can afford those boats, the most important asset they have is their time. So you get somewhere, you go, you chill, you have fun, you get right back. That'll be the difference between, hey, did we take the helicopter today? No, don't worry about it. Let's just get on the 59 Tirana. We'll get there in half an hour when we're leaving Miami to Bimini. So, interesting. I can't wait to see how that changes the game when it comes to the big boat world. Look at Tim. Tim K, thank you so much, bro. Need to move to Miami. Teresa, sorry you're on lockdown, Teresa. The UK, you guys are really on lockdown. I mean, I get your emails all the time. Everybody in the UK is really like hating life over there. What else? They are super quiet. Only the lower units move. It's so cool. Daniel, comment below. Tell me what else you know, Daniel. Daniel's an insider. Daniel's an insider from Tuppence Marine, and he's actually did a bunch of videos with me on the Solus, and I still got Solus videos that I got to give you guys. The Solus 41. Oh my God, what a dream! What a dream! It's a good dream to dream. Did you guys see the Midnight Express video that I just put yesterday? Midnight just announced 2 days ago the Solstice 43. Completely different from what, same hull as the 43 Open, but the whole top layer, everything's different. The cabin is huge, very, very nice. They did a fantastic job with that boat. I support your decision to come out as homosexual. Listen, John, I didn't want to tell anybody, but you've been my partner, so if you want to put it out there, it's there now. It's out for the world to know. Damn. John B. always telling people our business. Who do we got here? Henry, que cantazo para la otra compañía de motores. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? So Yamaha had some announcements that they were going to make, but they held it back. So interesting what Yamaha does. Maybe Yamaha decided to wait to see what's coming out here, to hold back and say, uh-oh, they got the 425, which is their big boy, but this is a game changer, guys. Think about it. The next competing motor, power to weight ratio, you know, for Yamaha, you know, there's a big difference when it comes to weight and the 450 for Mercury, and then you have the very, very reliable 425. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting because people are gonna look at weight. They're gonna be looking at how it sounds. It's just gonna change everything. I'm curious to see now. I'll find out and I'll get all this information later for you guys, and I'll go ahead and talk about it. I'll probably talk about it on Haulover News. So if you guys don't follow me on Haulover News, check me out on that channel. But sick. Who knows? Now who needs trips, right? Why do you need trips? You don't need trips anymore. You can just throw two 600s on the back and you have twin 600s, you know, on a 40-foot CV when you want to go ahead and go fish for a weekend. It's crazy, guys, where this goes. And I'll tell you, I wouldn't be surprised later in the future things get even more wild when electric motors and all that stuff start hitting the market too. Because I'm sure Elon will be bored at some point, you know, making rockets and all that. Maybe he says, hey, why don't we just capture a little bit of the outboard market? So that's going to be interesting, I think. 600 sounds badass. Ted, I think that's a game changer. Think about it. You can have, you know, trip 300s or twin 600s. I don't know. For me, less is more. So 1200s with two motors. Yeah, 7,100 pounds boat with 600 horsepower. Merc, nice combo. I'll tell you. So this is also going to be interesting, right? Because I'm assuming it's going to weigh a little bit more. And I'll tell you, as somebody who films on the back of these transoms all the time, and have had crazy stuff happen while I've been filming, you know, at what point does the power and the weight that's on that boat fail? And obviously we know what happens to older boats when they don't have, you know, reinforced transoms and all that for all this new power. But I think the boating industry and the boating manufacturers have to go ahead and start thinking about this now, because, you know, we are going to be putting more weight. You have diesels nowadays. I know that Ox Diesel is going to be unveiling that 300 that they've been working on, which is a 300 horsepower Ox Diesel outboard, which is immense, is huge. But it's interesting. We'll see where that goes. That's also a boat that for a lot of, you know, super yachts as a tender, it's always good to have the same fuel so you don't have to go through certain paperwork and things like that. So that's going to be interesting. Any advice on a big lake rides for us, cold weather birds? Any advice on a big lake rides for us? You cold weather people got to come to Miami. You got to come to Florida. I mean, this is why I've been doing my walking tours. You guys got to come down here. It's 80 degrees. I'm going to go hang out right now. Look, I'm in a shirt. I'm in the chit chat. Any advice? My dad has a 97 Grady. What's going on, Albert? It's Alfred, by the way. My brother's name is Albert, but I'll give you a pass. Alfred, please read the polycraft. Oh, put a 600 on a polycraft. Yeah, that'll be nice. I'll tell you what. I'll let Alex Folguera from Alex Fishing do that video. I ain't doing that video. Oh boy, what happened to my chat? My chat disappeared. I want to come to Miami to see you. Teresa, listen, I'm everywhere where boats are. If you're where the boats are, that's where I'm at. We used 40 Yamaha wood boats to go to Africa and Europe. So comment below. I kind of think this is a big thing. I can't wait to see the actual specs and get a little bit more about it. It's a V12. They're marketing it power, luxury, and freedom. This can go also another way as well, right? So this has probably been under development for a while, but you know, you're talking about a lot of fuel consumption, and we're already seeing a little bit, at least down here. I don't know where you guys are at. Maybe you guys can help me comment below. In America, the fuel prices are very low. So right now in Florida, you know, if you get regular gasoline, I'm not talking about premium or anything like that. Regular is about $2.49 a gallon right now, and then you also have, you know, premium about $3 a gallon. Some of you guys that are across the pond, you use liters and stuff like that. But those 450s, you guys are always ripping the people that have 6 of them and say, well, you know, you just spent 100 gallons, that's 3,000, whatever. You know, you guys do the math and all this money. But I think for the people who buy these engines, think about that. Remember, Mercury's not selling one at a time. This is why they want to target this market. You're selling 6 at a time, 5 at a time. So, you know, you got somebody that says, boom, here, give me 6 of them. I got one boat. And I think it kind of takes away a little bit from those, you know, regular average Joe motors, you know, 200 horsepower and all, which they have covered as well. But the outboard market is going to be interesting because this is gonna force people to innovate, and we don't know what's in the pipeline. We're going to see if there's any other comparable motors coming from other manufacturers. Which, wow, this is a big hit. Hopefully, it's a reliable engine and they got everything squared away with it. So, what's up, bro? To show está buenísimo. Keep it up, guys. So. Never ever buy a Mercury motor, Jeff. How the motor is going to work with low octane and well, you see, these are all the details that we got to find out, right? So, you know, what are they going to go ahead? Do you need, you know, basically rec fuel? We're going to try to find all that information out so you guys can go ahead and do it. And I'll talk to some of the Mercury guys that I know and get their feedback, because I know people that have known about this for a while already. You know, remember, in the industry, people like to get a lot of input. They put stuff in real world conditions. They obviously don't show it the way it is when they're doing it, but it should be interesting. This will make an 80 mile per hour cigarette Tirana. Wow, if I would have to assume, dude, this would be nuts. Think about a 90 plus 59 foot cigarette Tirana, a 90 plus 60 Midnight, HCB Sueños, HCB Estrella, you know, which maybe those don't go as fast, but think about an Estrella going, you know, close to 80 miles an hour. You got a very heavy boat. I'll tell you, I'm interested to see how the sport fish market adjusts to one, the center console craze that hasn't gone away. The catamaran craze is still on fire. But yeah, I mean, think about this. Think about the MTIs that have 450s on it right now. You know, how much weight will they have? You know, will that work on one of those, you know, 38 MTI or something like that? It's going to be an interesting conversation and a topic to discuss, especially at the next poker run that's happening on the 18th. So I'll try to get a lot of the info for you guys from within in the next couple days. I will talk about it probably today at Haulover News. Rob, what's up, Rob in the UK? Jeff, using your money to buy a real motor. Some of it's a drive boat is kind of hard. I have an 11 skiff with a 20 horsepower. Well, listen, we'll see exactly what's going on. I'm excited to do more stuff for you guys. I'm still excited about doing more walking tours because I definitely want you guys to see Miami the way that a local will see it. Like somebody who was raised here with no biases, and you know, I film and unedited. So I can't wait to show you guys that. And we definitely got more stuff on the water. A lot of cool events happening. A lot of private events are happening. A lot of private showings. So I'm all up in that. Right now, guys, this is the time of year that typically the Miami International Boat Show actually happens. Miami International Boat Show is not happening. They canceled it actually last year in 2020. So it's going to be interesting to see what these manufacturers do and what they've been doing. And here's an interesting scenario. They've done their own private events, and they've seen that some of this digital stuff that's happening digitally still sells boats. And some people might revisit and say, well, why do we need to go over here and do this when we can do it ourselves? And so it's interesting. A lot of people are still scared to go to some of the shows. The shows that I've been to, I went to the Stewart Show this year. I went to and if you haven't seen those videos, they're on my channel. The Stewart Show, the Tampa Show, the little Florida Boat Show. There was a small little show that happened. I mean, very small, but it was something that the smaller guys, when I say smaller guys, I mean, I'm talking about an average boat that's, 20, 30 feet. Nowadays, the sky's the limit for this stuff. So I'm curious to see what happens moving forward. What's up, Phil? A lot of odor changes will happen this way. Love the boat shows you've done. Yeah, listen, my goal is to show you guys all the things that are still happening, because some of you guys I know are on house arrest, and I get it. You guys are on house arrest. You've been in house arrest for a while. Thankfully, in Florida, we're not. They're trying to put us back into house arrest, but it's not our governor. Our governor is not. Our governor's like, open this shit up, and I'm really thankful for that, because think about it, as a state that depends so much on hospitality, if we're shut down and closed, the other side, the negative consequences on the other side, as opposed to what happens with the whole Rona thing, there's a big trade-off. So I'd hate to be in a position to make that decision. So I would say, pray for whoever makes those decisions, and hopefully we always get this sorted out, because I think it's favorable that we have these vaccines that are starting to hit, and it makes everything a little bit easier going forward. What else? No entry to Miami from UK. So yeah. Some people now, that even if they wanted to come over here, I was reading an article. They're trying to stop domestic travel. Our numbers are coming down, but they're saying that there's a variant that came actually from the UK. You guys across the pond. That is less resistant to the vaccine or whatnot. I don't know. But I'll tell you this. I do believe in the Rona. I have yet to catch it. I have done a lot of things outdoors, and I go to dinner every now and then with my family. We do it responsibly, and I told you guys that my oldest daughter, in the very beginning of the pandemic, she went to Disney and she got it there, or along the way, in the hotels and the gas station. But other than that, for us, we've been safe. Yamaha versus Suzuki. Yamaha doesn't have motors until like July, so depending on what you want. So and we talked about those shortages because of the pandemic. And I'm getting the calls already now. I just had a bunch of people make orders for some retubes. Somebody came to the shop yesterday. Gentleman, real nice. He saw the Mercury Verado, the Sunk Verado, which we're gonna run it. I promise we're gonna run it. I'm waiting for the boat to be finished. So once it's run, we're gonna give it away. So I'm waiting on that. So if you guys don't know the Sunk Verado story, the Sunk Verado is basically an engine that fell off while I was doing a sea trial. Like I do all my sea trials, and the motor fell off. And the people from the company were ballsy enough to let me put that video online. And I think it's a reality that happens in the industry, right? Things happen, bad things happen, crazy things happen, and whenever you push these boats to the limit, you know, things happen. And I think those trials and those tests that all these people do, sometimes there's something that you don't expect, and then that's when you adjust and you fix it. So I would love to see the bolts that are used to hold this 600 V12 Mercury that was just announced by Mercury Marine. Are you still doing Haulover? Yes, Teresa, but remember, Boat Zone took over Haulover in the sense that I partnered with Boat Zone, Alex 8K. We do Haulover News. He's the #1 channel from last year to this year. I mean, that's a big feat. Boat Zone is the #1 Haulover channel there is. Look up the stats, look at the views. It's undisputed. And he's got a wonderful team. He's doing a lot of the stuff on the river. He sends me a bunch of content for Haulover News. I have just been very, very busy. And he's doing it. So I'm really happy for them. They've worked really hard, and it goes to show that hard work pays off and the American dream is real, you know? People, if you bust your ass, you can accomplish and get whatever you want. You just gotta work hard. So, Alex AK has the new 600. He probably does. He probably's got the 600 there ready to go. Why having 4 motors when you can have 2 projectiles? Listen, I don't know where this whole... who knows? I mean, I can only imagine the torque that those 600 horsepower V12s, guys, V12s. That's just mind-boggling. I mean, where does this end up? You know, are we gonna have 1,000 horsepower engine at some point? 1,000 horsepower outboard. That would be insane. Just thinking about that. Repair. How about 79th Street? What's up, Eddie from Unlimited Trailer Repair, guys? Unlimited Trailer. If you ever broken down in South Florida, from Palm Beach to the Keys, get that guy's number. Trust me, you're gonna love me for that, because it'll happen. You'll actually lose a bearing. You'll have a problem with your trailer, and he'll save your ass. All day and night. I'd hate to be his chick, to be honest with you. I mean, if I were a chick, you know, or lady, however you want, because this guy works all the time. Eddie, good job, bro. You've busted your ass and you've made a name for yourself down here in South Florida. Alfred, never say about the 1,000 horsepower engine. Listen, Phil, it can happen. It can happen. Rob is talking about a rib. I would love to see a rib with a 600 on it. I mean, wow, think about that. Nice Anvera, you know, with maybe 4 600 Mercuries. Greetings from the Wales, UK. Let me tell you something, guys. I have a huge audience from the UK. I'm gonna go over there and visit you guys one day. That's if I trust the vaccine enough and they let me in, because, you know, they're... I don't know. I'm still debating. I'm going to have to do another community post on that. I'm going to ask you guys, what do you guys think about the vaccine? And are you taking it? Have you taken it? You know, have you grown anything new? I don't know. An extra E? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I am just a professional at talking shit. Aventador V12 outboard would be sick. The fireman in the house. What's up, fireman? We might not let you in, Alfred. Yes, you might not let me in. But I'll wait. I'll wait it out. I'll wait it out. We'll see what happens. Guys, we got 100 things. So keep your notifications on. I will be doing cool things. The weather looks good over here, guys. So I might even be out on the water. Maybe I'll be out on the water live streaming and do this kind of stuff with all my mobile gear and all that crazy stuff. Guys, if you just stepped in to the chat, you missed out on the biggest announcement earlier. John was coming out to the whole crew, the Chit Show squad. He came out earlier. Sorry, John. I mean, you put your business out there, dude. It wasn't me. It was you. How about the stress on the transom from all the? Well, yeah, I talked about that, Henry. The manufacturers that start putting these engines on these boats are going to have to really, really re-engineer some of the way they're building these boats. And I think from the resins to, the laminate schedule that they do to build these transoms, and it's going to be interesting. I mean, I'm sure this is not just, it's going to get dicey, to say the least. Thomas, Fireman, I see that 47 Freeman with quad 600s. Let me tell you, I just did, and you saw it on my channel, the 450s quad on the Barker. I have yet to open up or be on a Citra on one of these Freemans. But I know they're badass boats because we see them out of Haulover all the time. I know that they're monsters. The catamaran ride and performance in rougher weather is just, it's different. It's completely different from a monohull. Completely. Now you trade down when it comes to, you don't have comforts that you would have in a smaller cabin on a 40-foot boat or something like that. Think about it. I was in almost a full cabin on a 43 the other day on the midnight solstice. Dude, this thing, I'll go ahead and get my family. I'll be like, get your ass in there. You're going to sleep. Put the AC on. You sleep on the floor. You hear everything. It was that big on a 43. Now, you don't have those options when it comes to a catamaran, but they've actually really thought about certain space to utilize it, to have the comforts of having like maybe a small head and stuff like that. But the ride and the performance for someone who wants to fish and go in and out and crazy. I mean, I was on that boat going 80 miles an hour on that Barker. And there was about a 3-foot chop. This thing didn't feel anything. So I could imagine how that thing rides in a 5-7. Probably you're not going to dog it as hard as when I'm on there, but if you got kind of worried and you got to move and you got to get ahead of a storm, that's nice to know that you can just, get out of Dodge if you had to. The midnight, the colors on that red one were just crazy. Really, really nice. And guys, if you just stepped into the stream, my name is Alfred Montaner. Caroline, hey buddy, thanks for the great content. Another Key West trip would be nice. You know what? That's a good video to do an update on, because we're starting to see a lot more tourists coming out over here in South Florida. So it's starting to pick up. We'll see where that ends up. Everything is based on the Rona. How is the Rona affecting the economies down here locally? Mark Morgan in the house! Yeah! Hey, speaking of Mark Morgan is one of the only people, there's a good handful of you guys, not more than a handful, that have the Chit Show hoodie. And I'll tell you guys right now that you guys are in the live stream. I had a lot of people telling me that they couldn't get extra large sizes, so I said forget Teespring. I still have my hoodies on Teespring, which are great, right? But they're a little bit more expensive than what I can control the cost. So I found a manufacturer that's gonna send me some limited editions hoodies. So once I get them, I'll put them on my. I don't know. Maybe I can't say limited edition, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll bring them back. You know, but we'll see. I have a good. Let's just say that if you're a loyal subscriber, you'll be able to get your hands on them if you wanted them. So, and I got them larger sizes as well. So those that don't have the 3X and stuff like that, I made sure that was an option that I can give you guys, because it sucks when somebody says, "Hey, listen, you have 3X," and I'm like, "No, dude. I mean, who wears a size 16 shoe?" I don't know anybody that wears, but you know what? If Shaq were my friend, I'd be like, "Damn, Shaq, you're out of gas, bro." Meanwhile, I've seen his shoe, and it's not 16. It's like maybe up to here. That's crazy. Leslie, good day. Alfred, love your vids. Run is a problem. Where the fishes want to be. Hail the king. Do I have the crown here? No, I don't got the crown. But whenever I gotta go to battle, that's what we got over there back there. You see that over there? You see the actually let me bring it a little closer so you guys can see what we got over here. This is when the takeovers happen. You see, the crown is for when you just want to go ahead and show people that you're the king, right? But when you have to actually go to battle, you have to put it on. All right? And there you have it. And now the bottom part, I have it as well, so I don't know. What do you guys think? You think I should go ahead and just run the Sunfarado wearing this? I don't know. I think it kind of looks cool. But we're not going to go ahead and do more battles here. All right, guys. Well, listen. I wanted to go ahead and see exactly that announcement for you guys. We will be in contact. Stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and probably talk a little bit more about this in Haulover News. And I don't know. Amazing. This is what we're going to do. So I'm out of here, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're watching the restream, put your notifications on. And before I get out of here, because I want to see if it's warming up. I just want to see if it's warming up everywhere else in the country, because it's warming up here to the 80s already. It's 80 degrees right now. Comment below. I'm actually going to wait for you guys in here locally right now on the chat to tell me, because I want to know. Because based on the weather everywhere else, that's when I know that people start just calling to do a lot of restorations and all that crazy stuff. So how cold is it where you're at? 10. Oh my God, dude. I don't understand. How can it be 10 degrees? Where are you at, Tom? 26. Okay, 32, 29. Okay. Somebody was telling me last video that I was a -9 in Minnesota. Why do you guys live there? You don't have to stay there. Panhandle has been colder than normal. The Panhandle. Well, Shaq's shoe size. Somebody would have had to go into Google and be like, "Hey, I gotta go." I'm telling you, it's 22. It's 22. The beer's colder. Well, actually, what do you guys want? I mean, I got some beer for you guys if you guys want some beer. Just a bit. I mean, what do you like? You got La Rubia? You want some of La Rubia? Or we got some Beck's. We got some Modelo. Fat Tire, Heineken, Bud Light, Busch, Budweiser. I don't know. We'll see. But listen, guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more amazing videos. And comment below. I want to know what's how cold it is. Oh my God, look at Eric, bro. -17 with 38 below wind chill in North Dakota. Wow, that is insane, dude. I wouldn't even know where to start. Or I mean, where do you start at that? Like, do you have to walk with like a fire pit next to you? What do you do? Some people tell me, "Oh, Alfred, what do you got to do to winterize an engine?" I'm like, dude, I'm in Miami, bro. We don't have those problems. I have no idea what to tell you. Watch another channel for that. Hey, well, listen, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Amazingness, that's what we do. And we're out of here. That's all.